End of the day. I lay in bed. It was nearly 11 p.m. I was tired, but I didn't feel like falling asleep just yet. The day had been full of surprises. At my first job, I managed to finish everything I needed to do, and I hoped tomorrow would be easier. My second job, however, was another story. Every day was different, and I never knew what to expect. When I decided to take a second job as a security guard, I thought it would be easy. For the most part, it is. The only real challenge comes from the occasional entitled cougar who refuses to park in a regular space and insists on using the loading zone because she's running late for her son's hockey game or her daughter's skating lesson. Most of the time, I pretend the Land Rover or Tesla Model X descended from heaven like the stone tablets in Moses' hands, and I let them park. In my mind, I don't get paid enough to deal with the attitudes or the constant disrespect. Sometimes I wonder, do their husbands know who they married? Personally, I'd rather hug a cactus on a scorching summer day than cuddle with a Gucci bag-loving corpse. The day's frustration slowly faded as the bedroom door opened. Jonathan climbed into bed beside me, quick as a hungry chick darting toward a fast-moving worm. I had recently learned he was about to turn 10 years old, but part of me refused to believe it. Maybe life had simply moved too fast. Somewhere along the way, I stopped counting birthdays and started measuring time by whether everyone was healthy, well-fed, and sleeping safely on the same roof. I wrapped my arms around him, gently opened his tiny hand, and studied his delicate fingers. "Jonathan, are you telling me the truth?" I asked with a smile. No way, I thought. He can't be almost 10. He looked so fragile and innocent, so happy, so full of simple dreams. I prayed he would never know the things I already knew at his age. As I held his hand, I found myself staring at his little fingers, and suddenly I was looking at my own. Memories began surfacing, memories I hadn't invited. I saw myself at his age and realized something that had never truly occurred to me before. When I was 9, I was already carrying burdens no child should ever have to carry. Things that broke pieces of me. Things I still carry today. In my mind, I looked at that little boy and quietly told him, "You survived things no child your age should ever have faced. But you made it." I squeezed Jonathan's hand a little tighter. "Jonathan," I whispered, "you are fertile ground. Whatever seeds are planted in you will grow. I pray that only good seeds find your heart. I'll do everything I can to build one hell of a fence around you to keep the bad ones out." He smiled, already drifting toward sleep. "Now close your eyes," I whispered. "Tomorrow after work, I'll bring you more French fries." He nodded. Within seconds, he was asleep. I stayed awake a little longer, grateful that his greatest worry was tomorrow's French fries, and determined to do everything in my power to keep it that way.